Melissa, you there?
Yep.
How things going in the house?
Going good here. How about things out there?
All good over here. So check this out.
10-4.
I got these little Midland radios the other day, and these have a 38-mile range is what it says. I think this is the most powerful one you can get without a license. There's no way you're going to get 38 miles out of one of these. Maybe, across an open lake or something. We tried them the other night. I was in the truck and Melissa's in the house, so keep that in mind. And I drove down the road and we got to about a half-mile away, but they're still very, very handy. When I'm over here in the building, I keep one with me. I always have my phone, but usually it's sitting somewhere and I have a podcast playing. I'll just stick this like in my shirt pocket or something. And Melissa has one in the house, or if I'm down at the wood yard, whatever, pretty handy. But anyway, welcome back to Outdoors with the Morgans. And by the way, I want to apologize for the dramatic title of this video. I thought it was necessary because that's how I'm feeling right now. And also I have something very important to talk about. Now, I've gone over this in several other videos, but apparently not everybody has seen those videos. But what I want to talk about first are these scammers and spammers that filter into the comments. What happens is this. We publish a video, somebody out there posts a comment, then a scammer or spammer will pretend to be us and reply to your comment. And they do this on just about every channel that I've ever seen. It's been really bad this past year, and they're going to keep doing it as long as people keep falling for it. So the purpose of this video is to show you what to look for, and so you can be protected and not be scammed. And what their goal is, see what they'll do, they'll tell you to text them on Telegram or WhatsApp, and they'll say you want a prize, and then they'll want you to pay for shipping and you don't get a prize. It's not us, but anyway, let me show you what to look for. All right, let me show you what I'm talking about here. If we reply to one of your comments, you're going to see our picture right here. You're going to see Outdoors with the Morgans. And the most important part, you're going to see this verified check mark right here. If you see those three things, you know it's us replying to your comment. Now, what the scammers do is this. They come at you all different directions, but they've got our picture. It says text me on Telegram. Doesn't even say Outdoors with the Morgans. No verified check mark. Definitely not us. Sometimes they'll ask you to use like WhatsApp. This guy here, he doesn't even have our picture. He just has the YouTube thing, Telegram at YouTube. Thank you for your support, blah, 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 all that stuff. Completely ignore these people. But no matter what channel is out there, everyone seems to be affected by this. Here's another one with our picture. Text me on Telegram at Morgan's Outdoors. Here's another one. Text me at Mike Outdoors. Definitely not us. So remember, if you want to be sure that it's us replying to your comment, you need to look for three things. The picture, Outdoors with the Morgans, and the verified check mark. If all three of those things are there, it's definitely us replying to your comment. And we would never ask anyone to send us a text message or Telegram or WhatsApp or anything like that. And if we were having some type of contest, obviously I would let you know in the video. We can do videos on anything, and these scammers and spammers come out of the woodwork, and I feel horrible because some people still fall for it. If we can get the word out though, and they aren't successful at what they're trying to do, they'll stop doing it. I had hoped YouTube would be able to find a way to stop it, but so far they haven't. I haven't seen it as bad as it used to be, but what happens is this. As soon as I see them, I block them, but I check comments usually first thing in the morning about 4:30, maybe around lunchtime, and then before I get to bed. So in between those times, they can comment on our videos and I block them. But now I get a whole bunch of emails from viewers asking if it was us trying to verify it. You don't have to email us, we're well aware of it, but I mean, I'm spending like an hour a day blocking the scammers and spammers and trying to reply to everyone that emails asking if it's really us and it seems fishy. Bottom line is this: if something seems fishy in today's world, it absolutely is. Just ignore them. Don't reply to them. You don't have to email us. We're well aware of the problem. Every YouTube channel is. But I hope that clears that up. And I'm not going to be able to reply to everyone's email. It just takes up, like I said, an hour a day replying to people saying, no, that's not us. So hopefully everybody sees this video that watches our channel, and everyone knows from there. I mean, I could see how someone could fall for it. Just us having the channel, you know, we're well aware of that type of stuff and what to look for. Some people aren't. But once again, the picture, Outdoors with the Morgans, verified, check mark. Beyond that, totally ignore it. Oh, there's another YouTube subject that I've been wanting to talk about. Not near as important, though, as protecting yourself from scammers and spammers. But we get emails from people on occasion, and they'll send us a link to a video that some other channel did about us. And what they'll do, they'll put like our picture in the thumbnail, usually just mine, and they'll take sections of my video, put in their video to give them something to talk about. And they'll usually title the video something kind of dramatic, you know, to get people to click on it. That's why they do that, for views. It's no big deal, it's harmless, but what happens sometimes, their comment section turns into a mess because people can't figure out if they're being serious, if they're just joking. You know, they'll title the video, I'm calling out Mike Morgan or something. And that's happened a lot in the last couple months though. I've seen 3 or 4 different videos about us. Normally I don't get into that kind of stuff. If I mention another channel, it's someone that I know or that I talk to that I'm friends with, like Nathan from Out of the Woods, Arms Family Homestead. I talk to Daniel quite often, talk to Buck and Billy Ray. Who else? Wild Wonderful Off Grid. We text back and forth occasionally. At some point we're going to get together. They have a fantastic channel, by the way. But yeah, I don't use another channel, and especially like their image or their video in my videos. And if I did, we would be good friends with them, and it would be kind of arranged beforehand. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not what we do. But when you see something like that, you don't have to defend us, because most times they're just joking. They just make the video to get views. And then if you go to the comment section, it just turns into a big mess. People fighting back and forth. I'm not into that kind of stuff. I like to just make videos doing what we do around here. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. And speaking of which, let me show you what we're doing inside here. But anyway, we got a nice fire cooking here in the wood stove. It finally got cold out there. We got just a little skiff of snow last night, but it's actually going to warm up again tomorrow. I've been inside the building here working, putting up this tongue and groove. I'm coming across that wall over there, over to here. I'll start back up at the top, finish all that over to that window right there, and then pick up where I left off over here and fill all this in. I really enjoy doing this. I'm not the fastest at it, but it's coming out really well. Over here, these wires you see right here, there's going to be a big TV on this wall right here. But I'm glad that I did the garage before I did the game room, because I learned a lot. Just little tricks, things to speed things up, and little things I think that make it look better. And what I do is I look at each and every board, and I try wherever I have a joint to blend things well. And like, you don't want to have a cut like right on a big knot right here. I don't know, you just kind of look at each one, figure out how you want it to look. Now like this one right here has a little crack in it. I checked this board on the back side. It doesn't go all the way through. And the only reason I put that up here is because there's going to be a 75-inch TV here anyway, kind of covering all this. But yeah, you just kind of pick and choose your boards. Make sure all my joints are nice and tight. I use these clamps where needed, just to snug them up a little bit if needed before I nail them. And I enjoy it, I really do. It just takes time. I've got about 8 or 9 more boards that are stained and sealed, ready to go, or polyed. I'll work on that this evening in here. But yeah, it's coming along pretty good now. Just finish that side over there, then we'll move on to the kitchen next. And then maybe some work in those rooms in there. Lastly, I wanted to mention before we wrap this up, I haven't been putting out the videos as often as I was before. And the only reason for that is I've been busy inside. The weather has been just horrible outside. I think I mentioned earlier, this is the first day that things kind of froze up, and it's not going to last. But we've had a lot of rain, and I don't want to bore you with what I'm doing in here. And I also want to just focus on getting this done. We have been debating on some really big things for this year, taking on some huge projects. I don't know, we probably do it, we will. It's just, we always stay busy, and once this is done, we'll have the cabin in West Virginia. That'll be first thing in the spring, but that's not gonna take long. We'll have concrete with the hosses. Tom and his guys are gonna come down, pour a big patio, set the cabin, septic system. We'll be doing some work down there, but we have some really big plans for this summer. Actually, spring and summer. Yeah, I can't go over with you what they are right now. I just have to make sure everything's all worked out beforehand. But yeah, we're gonna take on something pretty big, I think, and I'm pretty excited about it. And one more thing before I wrap this up, I want to give you a sneak peek of something, and let me know in the comments what you think it is. But this is something for Melissa and Eva. Wait till you see this. What do you think this is? Let me know in the comments. But anyway, I think that's it for today's video. Appreciate y'all being here. Isn't that beautiful? And we'll catch you on the next one.